It's 11 a.m. in the morning, so probably not a good time to start drinking Rumpleman. So we're going to do Canada Dry today. In honor of all my Canadian friends. All right, today I'd like to talk to you about taxing moms. Because we do that in this country, and most developed Western country. And what I want to point out is the irony of how we've gone about taxing mothers and motherhood, because it is a self-inflicted shot, or shooting yourself in the foot, as far as I can tell from an economic standpoint. So let's take a look. Originally what happened, what we had was the division of labor, okay? And men, this is not to say all men had to do this, all women had to do this. I'm talking traditional roles. It doesn't mean that you couldn't have men stay at home or women stay at home. This is, we could say parents in general. But in general, what you had traditionally was men would go out and work. Women would stay home and take care of children. Now, in staying home and taking care of the children, women did a whole host of things and duties and production at home. They took care of the children, they reared the children, they did shopping. I always emphasize this in my writings. Everyone focuses on the guy and how much the husband makes. The exact same, equally important, other side of that coin is how much did you spend? How much did you budget? If you wonder why historically women have been in charge of the majority of purchases, household purchases, is because that's what their traditional role was. The guy would go make the money, the wife would go and budget and say and discern, thereby making the most out of that finite money that the guy made. So it was purchasing power, very vital. So all these important things women did at the home traditionally, although men could have done them too, they were important. It was a division of labor. One person goes works, one person takes care of the household. That would increase the standards of living of everybody under that household. Now, in comes feminism in the 1970s, third wave, fourth wave, 15th wave, I don't know, it's like QE7, who knows what wave we're at now. And they just don't stop coming, it's wave after wave. But in come the 70s feminists, and they say, well, women should be out in the workforce, da-da-da-da-da. Men and women are not just equal, they're the exact same. Forget your plumbing down below and forget things up here. Men and women are the exact same. Forget what nature tells us. Men and women are the exact same. And so what we did then is forfeit that division of labor. Now, if you're not an economist, you don't need to be, because when you stop specializing in something, the quality in the production goes down. Where everyone has to be a jack of all trades and a master of none, production and quality goes down. Now, men still go out and work. Women then went out and worked. But here's the funny little thing, is if both parents went out and worked, who's going to take care of the kids? Well, now that has to be outsourced. And what women have essentially done, not all, but in general, what has happened, is women now work to pay other, predominantly women, to take care of their kids. If you think about what industries disproportionately employ women, they are industries that largely take care of other women's children. Education, daycare, social work, preschool, things like that. Yeah, there are guys that work there, sure. But mostly, predominantly, it's women taking care of other women's children. These women, so the irony, here's the perfect irony. Think about this. You wanted to go and become your own woman. Okay, fine, good, go do it. But you had these annoying kids. So you then outsource the taking care of these children to other predominantly women. And your job yourself, statistically speaking, is likely taking care of other women's children. In other words, you're still rearing children. Your job hasn't changed. All you have managed to do, and here's where you shot yourselves in the foot, all you have managed to do is do the exact same job for children that aren't even yours, and on top of it, you get taxed. Because when people stayed at home, again, husband, wife, doesn't matter, whatever work you did at home was not taxable. But now that you have outsourced to an independent contractor the rearing of your children, that means you've got to pay them money. And when you have a financial transaction that's recordable, guess what? That is taxable. So all you've managed to do is take a production that served you and your family only your children, and not only start taking care of other people's children that aren't yours, you've managed to tax yourself on top of it. way to go, man. So there are no economists employed in the women's studies departments across the fruited plains, are there? So I just want to point out. Now let's think about the consequences, because what has essentially happened? Well, who takes care of the children? Who's always ready to take care of those precious little children? Well, it's the state. There's no one really rearing the children, husband or wife. And now, since you've lost that control over that, since the state is taking it, the state is going to have more and more of an effect, or a say in how the children are reared. Additionally, since it's the state taking care of the children, guess what? Do the state workers and the social workers and the teachers and the preschool babysitters and all that, and what's the other one? Oh, not preschool, Head Start. Do they work for free? Hell no! They work at a premium. They're government workers. They need to be paid 30% more than the private sector, and they need to have like full benefits and full college reimbursement, okay? So you get to work more and pay tax. Now think about that again. Women go into the labor force. Men are already there. You've doubled your income, and now you're in a higher income tax bracket. So you can pay all the employees that are now taking care of your children. So it's like a double whammy. Not only are you paying taxes and paying for daycare, you get to pay at a higher rate to pay other overpaid employees to take care of your kids. I mean, it's a brilliant system. I'm glad we thought this one through in the 70s. I'm glad we thought it through. I'm sure the kids are just fine. These kids aren't going to run into the juvie system at all. The state does a much better job raising the children than parents do. So I guess the ultimate question I have is why did you guys have children? If you didn't want to raise the children, why did you have them? If your goal was like, I can understand, like, you wanted an SUV, you wanted a house, you wanted a career, you wanted everything, you want a sports car, you want a Harley, you want a sled, but a sled is snowmobile for those people who don't have snow. In Minnesota, we call it a sled, snowmobile. You want all these toys, and you lumped in children with toys, because that was a thing. Children are a thing. You don't need to raise it. It's a thing. Ship it off to some stranger. You drop them off. Everyone goes, works. Excuse me. That kid is going to turn out just the exact same way as if a loving parent had stayed home and taken care of it. Forget whether it's the teachers and there's no consistency day to day, the adults that take care of them change, nannies, whatever, doesn't matter, because it's a thing. It's a dog. Give it some water and a dish full of food, and it'll take care of itself. And there you go. So why'd you have the kid? I mean, if we get a dog. Seriously, if that's how you approach your kids. And again, everyone thinks I hate children. And I'm making a pretty solid case that I care more about children than most American parents do their own. Get a dog, get a goldfish, get a pet rock. I mean, there. If you're going to outsource the kid to other people, obviously it shows you care about as much of it as a rock. So just get a pet rock. They're cheaper. You could throw it in the water. You don't have rock custody coming from the state to investigate why you threw or whether you abused your rock. It's a rock. And it doesn't make noise. It doesn't bring communicable diseases. You don't have to raise it. You just set it down. There it is. It's a rock. It doesn't care. So the ultimate problem, though, I have a feeling, and just ask a lot of the 50, 40-year-old women, when they get older and more mature and wise, ask them if they enjoyed slaving away at the office, or if guys enjoyed slaving away at the office while their kids were outsourced. Ask them if they rue not spending time with their children while the children were there as children, as kids. The kids grow up, they're 18, 19, boom, they're off on their own. Did you enjoy outsourcing the pet rock? Or did you regret not spending as much time with it? Did you go to Yellowstone National Park? Did you guys make it to vacations? Did you get to rustle and tussle with the kids and all that? Or was it drop kid off at daycare, go work job? I'm just wondering, but you don't have to ask me. Go ask people who've gone down that path before. You'll find out there's an increasing amount of men and women who regret not raising a family. They have children. They have a family by technical definition, but they never raised a family. That was all outsourced to professionals and the state. So, with added taxes, of course. So, all of you who swallow whole this leftist BS, this lie, and this is for the women, ladies, you got to open up your mind now. You got to think, okay? You all claim you're really open-minded. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to make it so your life is better. Men and women are different. Women really want to have children. I don't care. That's not sexist. That's not misogynist. That's realistic. Okay? And you can fight your biology. You can go ahead and listen to whatever these mean, unhappy, hollow, worthless cretins in women's studies departments and feminists tell you about ignoring your biology and you are the same as men, and men same thing. You know, you could listen to all this leftist communist claptrap. It's not going to be the likes of me that suffer. It's going to be you, because you're ignoring your nature, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting to raise children. There's nothing wrong with wanting to spend time with children. Spend time with the children. You don't have to, both of you, go and work. One person, husband or wife, ought to stay home and take care of that kid. Because that kid's going to turn out a hell of a lot better than if you outsourced it to the state. And I know the state, that's the goal of communism. Look it up. I mean, to get rid of the family, Lenin hated the family. It should be the state. But, you know, if your allegiance to socialism and leftism is that strong, you're passing up on the most important thing in life, and that is your family, or theoretical would-be family. So, again, I sit here in bemusement, watching, smoking my cigars, and drinking my Canada Dry today, not my Rumplements. So you guys keep doing it. You're one shot in life. You go ahead and do it. Waste it however you want. And I hope that, you know, that master's in social work pays off as your kid is you know, wallowing in some daycare facility, wondering where mom and dad are, but you know, it's not my kid, not my life. So, toodles.